McCaffrey is one touch short of a career high on an opening drive.
They got one diving off the field to avoid 12 men.
Welcome to the Silliest Thing I Saw This Week. I'm Dave Pyper, and I bring you the silliest things I see each week in the NFL. We are brought to you by the coziest clothing company in the world, Vuori. I will talk a little more about them later. You guys come here for the missed fist bumps. Some announcer flubs like this one from Kevin Harlan.
In the back, 3rd and 11, May going deep, and he's got a great deep arm. Caught! 45 touchdown attempt.
I suppose it was a touchdown attempt, but 45 of them has to be some kind of penalty. This unbelievable thick six on Sunday made me smile. Great catch from the big guy, and you know, this isn't a highlight show. I'm not trying to show you the coolest plays of the week, but Jameis Winston was doing Jameis Winston stuff on Sunday, and these plays were too cool not to show you.
Hey, yo, check this out.
Check that out. We outside, but we inside.
Come on.
We outside, but we inside. Come on.
After this speech to start the game, Jameis had the Lions right where he wanted them early in the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 10, and after the snap, Jameis tosses the ball to Oshevsky, who looks like he's going to run wide, but then is nearly tackled. He steps up and underthrows the wide-open Jameis, who now has to come back to the ball because he was so wide open. And by the time he makes the catch, 55 is playing catch-up and just flies right past him.
I'm going to hit the brakes, he'll fly right by.
I can't say that's exactly how they drew it up, but Jameis throws a little shake and bake for his first NFL reception and receiving touchdown. Perfect in unison, Selly. I have to point out, very little setup on the celebration. They get right into it. Then later in the fourth, Winston does this, just bouncing around like a pinball. Doesn't matter if it's a defender or his own guy. He completes the pass. This game ends up going to overtime, and I have one question. How the hell does interim head coach Mike Kafka trot Russell Wilson out there for the coin toss as they go to OT? What bet did Kafka lose when he had to send Wilson out there for the toss? Russ got it right, by the way. Russ called tails and demanded the kickoff and the direction, which didn't end up working out for the Giants as they lost. But any week Jameis Winston is playing, I'm going to have to see what's happening on that field. I got to thank my guy, JD, for bringing this play to my attention on Sunday because it is hilarious. It is 3rd and 7, and the Ravens are going to air this one to Zay Flowers. Tony Adams knows that he's beat and just grabs Flowers' arm, which is understandable. He knows he's going to give up a touchdown. But when he gets up, the Razzie Award has to go to Tony Adams. I mean, come on, Tony. We all saw you do it. That is a two-hand pull. I might just start calling you Two-Hand Tony from now on because it's a pretty bad acting job. You know what you did. I got to thank JD for this one. Stuff like this always makes me laugh. I feel like it's been a couple weeks since we relished in the glory of NFL celebrations, and we had an awesome one for Week 11. For the uninitiated, the Minnesota Vikings start every home game and throughout the games where they do this like Viking Skol Chant, and then they blow in a big fake horn. Now, I must admit, this is a cool way to get the crowd pumped up. The horn is like whatever, but like the people all clapping, that's pretty cool. So on Sunday, when the Vikings took on the Packers in Green Bay and J.J. McCarthy was playing the way, well, you know, like he's played so far, he threw his second interception and the Packers did their own little Skol Chant rendition. And the fans knew exactly what was going on. Look at everyone in the stands following suit. I love it. Our show is brought to you each and every week by Vuori, makers of the most comfortable clothing on the market. If you go to vuori.com/Harris, that'll save you 20% off your first purchase. I have been bundling up this past week. Temperatures dropped here up in Michigan, and thankfully I have the coziest clothing around with Vuori. I actually went to my parents' house this week, and I left my beanie there, and my mom has been throwing it in my face. I'm glad she's enjoying the hat, but also, give me back my beanie, mama. So if you want to step up your loungewear game and get 20% off your first purchase, head to vuori.com/Harris. That'll let them know that we sent you, and hopefully they'll, keep sponsoring our show. Thank you, Vuori. Last year, I showed you guys Greg Zuerlein kicking between the cheerleaders pregame, and we have a new edition of that this week with Will Reichard kicking over the national anthem singer Haven Madison in the pregame. That is wild, man. These guys are pros, so I'm sure it's nothing to them, but even the singer is holding her ground. On Sunday, Kirk Cousins was making me laugh, and I wasn't the only one. It's 3rd and 11 here in the first quarter, and Cousins drops back, and he's stripped by Cameron Jordan, and the ball kind of falls to his own lineman. Listen to Amin on the call here.
3rd and long, 4-man rush. Cousins has that ball knocked away into the hands of his lineman.
Yeah, that's a small chuckle in there for a second. The ball kind of floats there, and I think that's what made Adam laugh. Also, Drew Brees throws random shade at Matt Ryan.
Well, Cam Jordan's a guy that Matt Ryan sees in his nightmares.
Brees bringing up Matt Ryan for no reason is pretty great. This next play came later in the first half. It's 3rd and 5. Cousins takes the snap, and keep your eye on number 44 here because he's going to go wild. 44 blitzes and just hurls himself into the air at Kirk. Cousins is able to shed the tackle for a moment, but he's eventually just sacked. And listen to Amin again here on the call.
Look at this. Turn that into a meme.
I agree, man. Someone make that a meme. Make that a meme immediately. And that is going to do it for me this week, guys. I want to thank you again, Viore. Go to VUORI.com/Harris for 20% off your first order. I was going to show you guys this play from Jerry Jeudy this week, but I was getting so angry trying to break it down because of the idiocracy, I decided just to show it to you guys in the ending of the show. I need less Jeudy in my life. Oh, you know, my mom's name is Judy, so not her, but definitely less Jerry Jeudy would be perfectly fine. Thank you guys for watching my silly show. Thank you again, JD, for all the help. You guys are awesome. I will see you next week. Have a happy and a very safe Thanksgiving. I love you all. Cheers.
Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button. Write a comment. Tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on. And of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.